Alright guys, second video for the day. The families of Michael Brown and Breona Taylor asked Black Lives Matter where the money went. Oof. That's a little bit spicy, isn't it? Hey? As many of you know, the Black Lives Matter movement raked in tens of millions of dollars in contributions to do so. However, when its founders brought 4 homes for more than $3 million, questions are now starting to be asked. Wow, who would have thought? The families of Michael Brown and Breona Taylor are now asking the Black Lives Matter group, where did the money go? Oh, I can tell you, it went into 4 houses that were worth $3 million. Last month, Taylor Man, that ran the Facebook page called Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta, was charged with using $450,000 in donations to fill his own pockets. See, that's where your money went, right there, in his own pockets. Of course, since then, we've learned that the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, Marxist Pasquale Clan-Cosa, has spent more than $3 million on formed homes since 2016. Black Lives Matter has taken nearly $100 million in donations in 2020 alone, and it seems pretty fair for the families that are using the martyrs to ask, where did the money go? I know, but now they're going to be racist. You know that, right? The mother of Breona Taylor, a black woman killed by the police during a raid in March 2020, charged at the movement in her city of Louisville, Kentucky, is nothing more than a scam. Charged that the... How do you charge that the movement? Whatever. I've never personally dealt with Black Lives Matter Louisville, and personally have found them to be a fraud, Takamika Palmer wrote on Facebook. I could walk in a room full of people who claim to be there for Brenna's family and they don't even know who I am, Palmer said. I've watched them raise all this money on behalf of Brenna's family, who has never done a damn thing for us, nor have they needed it. Or asked, so talk about fraud. It's amazing how many people have lost focus. I'm going to say this before I go. I'm sick of some of you all. Well, yeah, they're using your dead daughter to make money. Yeah, I'll be upset about it too. Last month, the father of the Michael Brown, the 18-year-old, shot and killed police officers in Ferguson, Missouri, asked Black Lives Matter a simple question: where is that money going? And he was called racist for it. Where they're giving the money, and where do they do with it? Michael Brown Sr. asked, why hasn't my family's foundation received any assistance from the movement? Seems like a valid reason, a valid question, right? You'd think that they'll be helping the black people with the money that they raise for Black Lives Matter. But regardless, how could you lead the families who are helping the community without any funding? What are your thoughts? America, I think at the end of the day, it's a money-making movement. And I've always said this. Do I think there's fraud? No. I think at the end of the day, you will find that these people, these CEOs and Facebook leader groups and stuff like that, you find that there is very, very legal stuff that they are doing. Is it immoral? Definitely. But is it illegal? No, it won't be. Because at the end of the day, Black Lives Matter isn't actually telling you where the money goes. They just say, we're raising money for Black Lives Matter. Okay, but they are raising money for Black Lives Matter, and then it goes into the pockets of the organisers and the people who work for the establishment. And, you know, it probably goes into buying some paint and everything every now and then, or buying permits or whatever it may be. But I imagine the bulk of it is going into the leadership's pocket. I imagine the leader of Black Lives Matter is probably paying herself close to $500,000 a year. That would be my guess. That's probably what she's charging herself. She's probably charging the organisation $500,000 a year or $250,000 a year, something ridiculous like that, and that's how she's able to buy the houses. Is anybody actually surprised by this? Where did you think the money was going to go? All these progressives who are giving all this money to Black Lives Matter, where did you think the money was going to go? What, to actually help black communities? Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? They're too busy burning down the black communities. What did you expect them to do? Help you rebuild after they burn it all down protesting? Well done. Congratulations. Look, at the end of the day, guys, obviously I would say that if you have to give money, if you want to give money to Black Lives Matter, don't give it to the organisation, give it to the families. I imagine there is a fundraiser or something for Breonna Taylor's family and for Michael Brown's family. I imagine there is fundraisers for it. If you want to give money and if you're desperate to virtual signal about how you're not racist, go and find the actual GoFundMe for Michael Brown and Breonna Taylor. Do I think they deserve it? Breonna Taylor was literally there when her boyfriend started firing on the cops. She wasn't in her bed sleeping. She was standing next to him. And by the way, she knew what he was like. She had been caught, I think it was caught laundering money or something in the past or something like that. And at the very least, she knew that he was a bad person. So, look, she didn't deserve to die, sure. But I would much rather give my money to the cop who got fired because he tried to make a joke about LeBron. But that's just me. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourself. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. That video coming up. We're just going to smash these out while I wait for my Star Citizen show. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. And I have nachos in the oven that's burning. So, good night.